Billy the charmer, Billy the cheat, Billy the whisper behind locker doors that smell like lynx, fear and Friday night lies. He counts women like war stories, their names worn down to initials in a group chat they'll never see. Billy the wildfire in club light, flickering across bodies like he owns them. He doesn't walk, he prowls. His breath smells of sweat, salt, and stories sharpened on the bones of girls who never said yes with their whole face. Billy the butcher, but the meat smiles back. He doesn't need to chase. He waits, lets the myth do the moving. They come to him, pulled like moths to the flicker of something that looks like love but burns like acid. Billy the breach, Billy the bomb. Every word he drops detonates desire in women taught to call disaster passion. He kisses like a thief, hands hard, heart absent, mouth full of mourning he never mourns. Billy the chorus in boys' throats, howling in changing rooms and chat threads, repeating his rites like gospel. They worship him with wide grins and wiped hands, never noticing the rot ripening behind his ribs. Billy the blade that never dulls. He carves conquest into his skin like tally marks on cell walls, each one proof he still matters. Each one a name buried under laughter thick with gunpowder. Billy the black hole. Touch him and you vanish. Speak and your voice comes back to you emptier. He doesn't forget faces, he just files them under flesh used. Billy the boy in the bell jar, banging against the glass of his own detachment. His chest a locked vault, his veins wires sparking under concrete. No key, no keeper. Only hunger and the echo of what he once needed choked back into swagger. Billy the smoke in your lungs. He lingers, he stains. He makes you cough years later and still, you'll call it love. Still they'll call him man, call him icon, call him us. Billy the winner, Billy the wound. He spits feelings like they taste of failure, buries guilt in gym gains and one-liners sharp enough to slice any question in half. Billy the boy's hero, Billy the girl's regret. He's the text that never came, the stare that lingered only to disappear. And still they name him, not as man but as myth, as if cruelty were currency, as if conquest were character. Billy the mirror they can't bear to face. Billy the scream in the shape of swagger. Billy the child inside the man who never learned that desire doesn't have to devour. Billy the breath held tight. Billy the bruise beneath bravado. Billy the lonely in a room full of claps. They crown him king while he drowns in the silence between heartbeats. His eyes, twin nooses of charm. His mouth, a blade dipped in bourbon, talking circles round consent like smoke circling a dying fire. He learned young that wanting is weakness, that softness makes you a target. So he fucked it out, again and again, a purge dressed as pleasure. Billy the still riding, Billy the never resting. Billy the dead man, walking in a world that keeps calling his ghost glory. Behind the lines, this poem is a reckoning, not a redemption. It doesn't ask why men like Billy the ... exist. It shows us the cost of celebrating them. It dismantles the myth of the modern Casanova as cowboy, dragging the charm and swagger of performative masculinity into the light where it curdles into something far uglier. This isn't a love poem gone wrong. It's a post-mortem on how violence can wear a smile and cologne and still be violence. What moves through these stanzas isn't a man, but a myth, constructed, repeated, and weaponized. Billy the wildfire, Billy the blade, Billy the butcher. The refrain isn't there to soothe, it's there to haunt. To reveal how deeply this archetype is stitched into culture, how often boys are taught to brandish detachment like armor, to turn need into conquest, to confuse attention with affection and harm with masculinity. The poem doesn't flinch. It doesn't offer softness to the archetype or make excuses for the fallout. There is no gentle unpacking here, no tidy moral. Instead, it builds a visceral portrait of emotional erosion, disguised as dominance, of ghosted girls and high-five trauma, of desire divorced from accountability. Billy isn't broken. He's rehearsed. He's curated by culture, crowned by peers, and never asked to bleed, only to conquer. And the cost? It's in the women left coughing from the smoke, in the quiet ache beneath the bravado, in the mythology that turns destruction into something aspirational. There's no redemption arc waiting at the end, just a body count in initials, a heart barricaded behind protein powder and punchlines, and a ghost riding shotgun in every lad who was told that conquest is king. The language reflects the subject. Serrated, deliberate, unyielding. The repetition presses, the imagery scorches, the metaphors bruise. The rhythm isn't soothing, it stalks. The poem itself performs a kind of disarming, stripping the legend down to what it really is. Not romance, not confidence. Just rot in a leather jacket. Ultimately, this isn't a story about Billy the Kid. It's a warning about who we let wear his hat.